Gather round on a Thursday night in the Metaverse, feeling hype. Matthew and Rizzle, they're on the mic. Welcome to the WIP, hold on tight. Lightning strikes, the energy's high. With fam in the virtual sky. New speakers, new stories, don't be shy. Crypto knowledge, we're in the know. With fam, we break virtual worlds. Feel thunder as the lightning twirls. Paradox behind the lens, making moves. Hate on the audio, no time to lose. Show's got the app, these let the good times cruise. Show's got the app, guys. Let the good times cruise.
Boom. Quick mic check. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, Drago. We're going to be doing a lot of boom in here. We got the legend in the house, Kane Mayfield. Really excited to hear from him. I haven't heard from him, or talked with him rather, since Rizzle Fest, ice cooler sessions, sharing some great liquor. So really excited to catch up with Kane. If you don't know, this is Matthew, aka Nifty Time. Excited to be back at the WIP. The last WIP of July 2025 feels significant, especially in the moment. Feels like the market's in too. Cherish these moments. Super excited for what we got. Quick shills before we go. Rizzle and I continue to record our yapping on the Matthew and Rizzle show. We talked about the latest in some old familiar ideas and collections catching bids and getting resurrected for better or worse. So listen to that. Curious to hear if anyone has any feedback. Last shill before I pass the mic, over on the Purple app, whether that's TBA, the base app, or Farcast or Zapper or whatever. Tippin has something called Big Tip Thursdays running right now. So if you jump into the Tippin mini app, you can opt in to this thing called Big Tip Thursdays. And then you're like the tips that you're liking out on the timeline. Instead of going to the person that you like, the cast that you like, it gets pooled into what's effectively a big tip jar smart contract. At the end of the day, one lucky tipper wins, but they're not the only winner. One of the people whose casts they liked throughout the day will also win with them. And 50% of the tips will also go back to buying the Tippin token, which gets distributed to everyone that participated in Big Tip Thursday. So everyone wins a little bit of something, but two people win real big. So check that out. Okay, I'm going to shut my shilly mouth up, pass the mic over to Rizzle so we can get this hype train rolling for today's WIP. What up, Rizzle?
Yo, let me get a mic check.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, we booming. All right, little housekeeping. Big shout out to Fox Yoga, Dragonade, holding down the pre-whip as always. And big shout out to Bully Meow. I'm Judas. They're putting up prizes today, some of their Euler Beats project. So more on that, but love it when people come through and just put up shit for us. And Bully Meow is part of the Rizzle Fest clan as well. So let's see, what do we got? We might have broken the freebie thing that Fabiano has been using and cranking them out, but no worries. It's time the guest book anyway. We'll figure some shit out. And that's in world as well. If you want to do it proper. Oh, we got like a Pepe, Ballistic Bananas holding down. Hop in world. You're going to want to be in world. Flying is off for a reason. But hop into Hyperfy because I threw a lot of babachis in there with Kane, with the Kane Mayfield trade on them. We're going to do a little bit of platform hopping for prizes at the end. Feel free to practice, but there's a nuance that you're going to need to do to win later on. So anyway, hop in on some babachi traits of Kane's and come chill with us while you listen to Kane. I actually just got kicked out, so that might happen because I threw a bunch of stuff in there. So as you know, most of our stuff works most of the time, and if it doesn't, that's part of the fun. So let's see what else we got. Click on all of our shit, please. We have a Farcaster channel that you should be posting in. Matt will give you his big tip if you post in there. We also have a YouTube channel. If you missed last week's event with Fly Frogs, It was great, honestly. We hadn't had Fly Frogs on in a year. Also part of the Rizzlefest clan, and he is doing incredible things in the toy industry. So seriously, if you didn't get a chance to build your own frog at Rizzlefest, and you saw what was going on, check out what Fly Frogs is doing currently. It's like some pretty incredible cutting edge stuff on the fringe of the toy industry, which he's been in for like a very long time. So we do cool shit. This is going to be no different. If you're in Hyperfi, I'll have to reload back in. A couple housekeeping things in there. If you want to run, which you will want to do, you'll hold down shift. If you want to jump, you can hit spacebar. Dancing is important for vibes, so type /dance in the chat box to dance. And if you have a question for Kane while he's talking today, hit show in the chat box of the general channel in Discord here. That's where all the links will be dropped and all the banter will be going on. And yeah, if you have questions for Kane, hit show. So I'm going to preface this a little bit before I get on with my ramble. Kane hit me up about a week ago and was like, dude, I'm about to make your day like 11 million% better. And I had no idea what was in store for me, but I respond to calls from friends like that. And so he unveiled the most, one of the more ridiculous things that I was privy to in a long time. And he assured me that that his wife thought it was just as absurd, if not more absurd than I did. And so I was like, this must be something that we should share with the WIP. And so here we are. So I'm excited for y'all to see what Kane has been cooking on. I think we got a little alpha coming in here as well from him. And after we hear from Kane, we'll do some Q&A with Show and the audience. We'll do a little platform hopping game for some prizes, group shot, and we'll have a nice tight WIP event today. So that's the deal. Let's see. What else? Yeah, we're going to do a group shot with Paradox. I got the guest book in there. I think that's all the housekeeping stuff. If you don't know about us, you probably do, and you should. We've been doing this for fucking way too long. Since before NFTs were a thing, basically. So if you like what we do, donate all of your money to the WIPmeetup.eth. It gets chopped up amongst our crew. If you want to donate us a bunch of money, we would really appreciate that, especially now that some money's flying around this scene. It's not going to us, so if you have friends with deep pockets, tell them that we're cool and we want their money. If you have stuff that you'd like to give out to our audience, like Bully Meow and I Am Judas are doing today, hit us up. We love to give shit out. We love free shit. Our audience loves free shit, so give us your shit if you don't have money. Shout out to the crew who makes this happen week in, week out. Foxy Yoga, Easy, Paradox Show, Dragonade, Commonwealth the Stowaway, Brookhawk, Fabiano, Patrizia, Fractillions, Johan, Matt, Metageist, 9/0. Like I said, we're just absorbing the entire community into the crew. It takes all of us to do this shit. No one gets paid. We need someone. We need a big, rich friend to just make it rain big tips on us. Right, Matt? So I'm going to pass the mic over to Kane, and I think Kane's going to try and do some screen sharing. You know how this stuff goes. So we're going to try the ever treacherous mic pass here to Kane and see what's going on here. So Kane, man, I'm very happy to have you here presenting this ridiculousness to an audience that I feel will love it, honestly.
Yes. So I called you and I said, for the last couple days, I've been doing my favoriteest thing. My absolute favoriteest thing, which it is. And people think it's rapping or painting pixels or the fuck. It's not. It's making descriptions for the products I sell on my website. It's not even, wait, can you guys not hear me? Can you not? You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you, no problem.
Oh, yeah, here's the link. Bang, yeah, link up. But the thing is, I was going to have it all done by now, but a bunch of AI people pissed me off and distracted me. Yeah, you have me muted, Ballistic Banana, which is ridiculous. And honestly, you're going to be under arrest. So unmute me and raise my volume to the max for freedom. Rizzle loud, Kane quiet. Yeah, you have me muted, which is wrong. It's wrong on your part. So yeah, the thing is, fucking, I wrote these descriptions. They're mad funny. I'm in the process today and this weekend of recording myself reading them, so that if you go to my website, you don't have to read them. You can just hear me read them. and that'll be good because, you know, literacy doesn't make everyone happy. But these are really stupid. They're really, really, really stupid. And it's going to make you happy. So what I was going to do was I'm going to read a couple of them, and that way you can understand to go do this on your own time and make yourself happy. So there's the fake rare hydrationing flask. There's the artistic Baroque satchel, the backpack wrapper.
Would it be possible to screen share while you're talking about them, or I can?
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
Because that'll get beamed into Hyperfy too, so people who are in world will be able to see what we're seeing.
Boom.
Yeah, man.
There it is. Look at that. Now you can see all the things. Can you see it good?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, so when you see it, the Who's-Its, you can see all the fun stuff. Bulletproof suitcase, that's a nice one. The long sleeve Special Forces Tactical Deployment Henley. The opulent knitted shirt. Counterparty OG hat. The Fédération de la Camise, which is French for fancy shirt, even though I am a patriot. We do believe in importing the finest materials for our domestic citizens. Some wine-soaked Frenchmen should not enjoy the splendor by themselves. You need the bang. There's a link again for you. There you go, bully. I don't want you to be deprived. So, Rizzle, do you have a preference, or do you want me to just pick one at random?
The shimmies.
I did like.
This
let
one.
the audience pick. What did Dragonade say? Yeah, I
Dragonade said the chemise.
No,
Yeah, I'll go bulletproof, but I'll tell you right now, Dragonade, you really know how to pick them, bro. Because this, I'm gonna just give you a quick little aside. This is the one that I was reading where I was laughing writing it, and my girl is like 1 a.m, and my girl's like obviously doesn't like that. And she gets up and she comes in my office and she goes, yo, you're mad fucking loud and it's 1 a.m. What are you doing? And I said, I'm writing silly shit. And she goes, well, you woke the baby up. So now I want to know, what are you doing? What are you writing? And I was like, well, I'm writing this. And I read it to her and she said, why did I make a kid with you? And then she walked away. So yeah, that's the one you just selected. So the Fédération de la Camise, which is French for fancy shirt. I googled it. If that's not what it means, you know, fuck out of here. Freedom fries, and it means what it says it means because we have more nukes than them. This fashion-forward selection. Here's the pictures of it, so you can see the different colors it comes in. Bong, bong. Look at that. Look at that guy. That's an aggressive pubic facial hair he has there. This fashion-forward selection is a comfortable, soft, lightweight, and form-fitting slice of outfit architecture. We made it specifically to enhance your social status. Younger people will tell you to skibbity your toilet and how they're gagged that your drip melted the chuggy clout chasers sheesh. That means fashionable if you're over 40. All the motherfuckers sound like Pauly Shore to me, so don't quote me on that. All I know about today is use of if they start smiling at you like Epstein at a junior prom and pulling out their phones to record you, smash their device and leave. They vape too much to run after you. The artwork is from a Bitcoin ordinal with a working musical sampler inscribed into the segregated witness data, which verifies the transaction of a decentralized global storage of value featuring rap legend like Ghostface Killah. This is the only true thing that I've written in any of these descriptions. Memorize that. And when someone asks you what your shirt means, just start repeating that shit like the Manchurian Candidate in a monotone voice like it's annoying to have to explain it to them. That's how you style bomb on these bitches. Made with 100% salvaged pre-war cotton. You know which war. This is the last of the cotton from the you-know-whos. So, look, either way, you want the shirt. If you are, let's say, hypothetically, you're the kind of guy who really enjoys a good Call of Duty lobby. You know what I mean? Not the game, just really partakes in the unfiltered fellowship one can have while playing Modern Warfare. Yeah? Against a 15-year-old in Atlanta at 2 a.m. Yeah, if you're that guy, then wouldn't you like to walk around with the cotton from, don't let me say it. I can tell you because you probably push purchase now once it said pre-war cotton. Now, if you hate that guy, as you should, Well, don't let them win. Buy as many of these shirts as you can to keep that racist from owning the blood, sweat, and tears of such an abominable institution. Unless you're not really for the cause. Sad face. Then you might as well join him on Rumble because he has some videos about what's really going on. He'd love to show you. Exactly. You don't want that. So dig deep. Buy it out of spite. Buy it to deprive that bastard. You are a way better person than him. And hate will never beat love as long as love pays with American Express. I'll be honest, not much left in the tank after the slavery cotton thing. I'm going to be on cruise control for the rest of this description. Nothing tops out my creative writing like trying to lasso the racial tension in this country to make a fast buck. I feel like a news anchor. Now I'm going to just do fun facts. Did you know wombats poop cubes? Did you know that koala bears have chlamydia? I got a theory on this. It involves a bunch of people from England getting off of sex criminal boat and seeing a slow-moving bear with a big ass and big round eyes and just treating it like a hairy fleshlight. That's also why kangaroos put their babies in pouches. A few hundred years ago, all they did was put food in there, but they saw what happened to the koala, and they didn't want Bugger and Bruce to lift their little Joey's tail up for a hot Rogering, which is also why the Tekken character is named Roger, who is, drumroll, a kangaroo. Also, on a sad note, it's why those bears just get high on eucalyptus all day. Generational PTSD from some dungeon dweller that talks like a Guy Ritchie movie, piping their ancestor down with unimaginable vigor. This is also why every animal in Australia is trying to get their lick back and kill you. Okay, we made it through that. I'm proud of us. Be honest, at what point did you forget this was about a shirt? You probably forgot this is at the source of that cotton halfway through the koala piping. You need to buy things from this website before I use my power for evil. If you just tuned in, we're reading from Rizzle's diary, and yeah, this is what we're doing today. Yeah, so that's the shirt. At the bottom of every one of these, it says, "This product has especially been made for you." As soon as you place an order, there's a man in the basement who'll be woke up if he is asleep and told to get to work as soon as your card clears, which is why it takes a bit longer to deliver it to you. Sometimes he tries to escape and do the writing backwards shit on the windows, and he needs a bit of straightening. We find making products on demand instead of in bulk helps reduce overproduction. Also, trying to catch a warehouse full of these motherfuckers is wild hard, and then John Law starts asking mad questions, so thank you for making a thoughtful purchase decisions. The rest of that's some stuff that Europe makes me put because they don't have freedom. So yeah, that is the Federation de la Camise Ides of March shirt collection. It is a lovely shirt, and apparently it is made with pre-war cotton. Yeah.
Beautiful.
All of these say shit like this. And I'm adding more. There's socks, there's women's swimwear, which frankly I'm still not sure what the fuck that's gonna be crazy. But I can read another one. You got the bulletproof suitcase or the hydrationing flask. Any preferences? I can go with Rizzles. The women's swimwear, it's not done yet. I haven't uploaded that one yet. It's not on the site yet. No, I'm going to go with the long sleeve special forces. Oh, you want the bulletproof suitcase? All right, bulletproof suitcase it is. Bulletproof suitcase, the Travel Pepe. And just to give you some, you admire it, the large one has the kind of the pattern around the side here. Very nice. You've been browsing, and you saw something that caught your eye, huh? Of course you did. You are obviously a person of sophistication, as this is one of our more popular items. Just by clicking on this to inspect it, you have identified yourself as a person with magnificent taste. But you may have said to yourself, "Self, is this suitcase actually bulletproof?" A simple answer, yes. A more complicated answer, well, I mean, we didn't shoot it. But we believe with thoughts and prayers and positive energy, anything's possible. Like you've read the good book, right? You see all the things he did for them people? Them bitches ain't even have smartphones. So I ask you, won't he do it? Man, all the time. I wish I had some praise hand emojis. But also, you've been to an airport before. I know you have because you're on my website, and I'm not famous enough for poor people to know who I am. You've probably been on luxury cruises and slept in a yurt and rode a horse and eat froyo and pay your taxes on time. All kinds of wild shit I couldn't imagine. But yeah, so airports. You're standing by the thing. You know, the big metal birth canal for luggage. It has the conveyor belt where the guys in the back who all look like every rapper in Jacksonville smoke weed and rummage through your shit and do sword fights with long double dongers and somebody's wife brought into their in-laws' house so she can get some sleep in a strange bed. Whatever the point is. You wait, you wait for this bag to come out. It's like 394 bags look just like yours. Not no more. This is a classy, luxury, bulletproof suitcase that can really stop actual bullets that are shot at you with a gun, God willing. Not only will it prevent any bullet under a .50 caliber from decimating your frame, we hope, but it will also prevent somebody who looks exactly like Chief Keef from seeing what kind of pocketable electronics you packed. It is not racist to not want him to see your weed gummies or your fuck lotions, your sex powders, or whatever diabolical things you have. That is your business. He doesn't need to be snickering with his friends and shaking his dreadlocks with laughter about how fucking big your underwear is or what clothes your girl packed, all because you didn't have the foresight to own and deploy the preventative measure that is this enhanced and titanium-infused bullet-resistant suitcase. You have made a wise decision today, my friend. Yeah, there's more, 100%. A tough inside line, right, listen carefully to this sentence. A tough inside liner made of 100% AR-500 steel, silicon carbide, Kevlar, ultra-high molecular weight polyethylene, and polycarbonate glass would most definitely stop bullets. Ours is made of some other shit, but we did think real hard about those things I just typed when we were making this very similar looking product. My lawyer did a key bump when he read that. Black ABS back hard shell. See? I didn't even edit that. It said that shit. What does that mean? Who knows? But I bet if somebody tried Nino Brown you, like the old man in New Jack City, and you held this suitcase up, you would be impressed by its stopping power. The sizes are small, medium, and large. We do not do European conversions because we're patriots. With optional extended luggage that we designed specifically to beat the TSA scanner, dogs will not be able to smell whatever you forgot you still had in your pocket from Miami because of the hydrophobic layers of the luxury fiber. It's like putting dope in coffee and putting that coffee in a bottle of bleach. 4 double wheels with 360-degree swivel, which, your head should be on because none of us went to college and these claims are wildly unfounded. 2 inner pockets, which should only be used if you fill your outer pocket, aka your prison wallet. You gotta hoop that shit like Wes Watson. Built-in safety lock, which is certified unpickable. Even the lawyer on YouTube who opens master locks with a Burger King straw was like, hey, shit super tough, McNuggets, sturdy lock. Blank product sourced from a government facility that specializes in bulletproof luggage. Which one? How do we get it? Why is a rapper selling it? Yes. A lot of questions for a person that needs to block gunfire with carry-on bags. We could ask you a bunch of shit just based on why you care so much, but we're not because we respect your right to privacy and to stay dangerous. There is a footer from where we said that the Bible people didn't have smartphones. I am not tech shaming biblical figures. I'm just illustrationing that it's not that hard to be all pious and resist the urge to jack off all the time when you mad thirsty in a desert and looking at mountains far away. The bar's kind of low for being fair. How about this? You pee in cleaner water than those people drank, ever. Does that mean your life is perfect? I'd say it's harder because every day you have to fight the urge to hit your boss with nunchucks while he asks you dumb questions, and then you got to work super hard while people buy Ferraris with the money they made sitting on birthday cake for Japanese businessmen, and here you are with wild pornography in the palm of your hand. The fact that you're even on the internet reading this right now and not using your Wi-Fi for sinning and beating your dick to death, it means you're a good person. Ladies too, you could be smushing that mush like a maniac right now, but here you are. So you deserve the finer things in life, like this amazingly bullet retardant, we assume, luggage. And don't worry if it could really stop a bullet, Whatever higher power you believe in can stop the bullet. If not, I'm not a theologian, but you might want to pick a god that's tougher than the people in Marvel movies or the Dwarven 87 Cutlass. This is how I describe products on my website. So, the last thing I'll say is, because you should go and read these at your own leisure, because you got to read them in my voice because I'm mad fucking stupid. But I had a conversation with a friend of mine he's a lawyer, and he did not like a lot of this. He really didn't like the hydrationing flask where I talk about, all the. I went into just full on sovereign citizen mode with this one, and I said that you the cops legally can't say they smell alcohol because of the odorless and leak-proof guy. I get pretty crazy with some of the claims. And what I said, because he's like, Kane, I know you're just having fun. I know how you are. These are really funny, dude. But like, seriously, like you're gonna get sued. You know, you make a lot of, the health risks of some of the products that you, and just put a privacy statement or just terms and conditions. And I was like, yeah, that's wild pussy. So no, but terms and conditions does sound mad fun. So what I did, if you go to the very, very bottom of the page, right? And I'm going to just zoom in for the benefit of anyone who's actually watching me do this on my website for some strange reason. It's really, so listen, in my mind, because I'm mad stupid. And by the way, I have no product to sell you guys. The website doesn't fucking work yet. I'm just showing you because it's funny. The products, most people won't read this. They'll just see it. They can afford it. They buy it. They click it. Some people, I wonder what size it comes in. And it's like, what the fuck, powders, sex lotions? What is this? And then they'll read and they'll realize I'm stupid. But the terms and conditions, nobody's reading that. Like, that's not a thing people are going to be reading, I don't think. Unless they have a problem. So I've been laughing for the last week, thinking about somebody whose shirt don't fit, fucking just, I don't want to bother Kane on Twitter. Let me just see what the return policy, and they click here and it's just a whole page of me fucking with you. So this is the terms and conditions. I will leave the mystery of what's in the middle to your imagination. It's everything you think it is, just for the record. I wrote all of it. I wrote the entire terms, and so you know, for those who don't know, this took me 20 minutes because I'm really stupid. Exchanges. We only replace items if they are defective or damaged. And since those words constitute emotional violence, if you refer to our products as defective or damaged, it is a hate crime and you are being racist. All of our products identify as in perfect condition and exactly as advertised. So have fun getting sued for being racist and losing your job because you thought a failed rapper would sell you a working cuckoo clock or whatever weird shit you bought from this website. This is, yeah, like it's a lot of, I will read my return policy. So just refunds. If the above did not make it perfectly clear, no. You want me to call a light company and say, hey, can you run me back some of that money I paid y'all? Well, super funny story. Turns out a shirt I sold this jackass from the internet won't hide his belly like I promised, and his back is too big for a luxury cardigan. Yeah, I know, right? Well, I put on a pound or two since college as well, so who am I to judge? Yeah, I get it. So what was that? Oh, well, we did say it's all just fucking around, but he didn't read that part. Yeah, well, I'm not going to break a fake promise to a stranger for a business that's not real. So just cut my real life lights off so we can get them sorted. It ain't going to happen, home skillet. Our refund policy is UFO. You fucking own it. Perhaps you could do like a Herbalife thing and you sell it to someone else who will be unhappy with it. We support that. We believe in trickle-down disappointment. But that bread has already been donated to a charity that is wild sad. Try to pull that money back, we will 100% pop up on Twitter with 17 children in wheelchairs with one flat tire, so when we push them, they wobble back and forth. Some of them are on respirators. We'll post your home address, your email address, your favorite foods, Amazon wish list, all of it. We will let the internet cook you slowly while we pretend to have no idea why you're mad at us. You want that? Some doe-eyed little tyke with dirt on his face with a club foot and a ball cap might have shaved his head for real, staring into the camera like, why do you want to take our medicine away, mister? Well, I'm sure you need it more than we do. Sorry about your fancy shirt being the wrong size. God bless you. It'll be nuts. Oscar nominated. You are not getting your money back. Listen, I can't tell you that all of this will make you happy because I keep picturing someone who has a real problem reading this and being upset. The phone number, if you call this number, it takes you to a school where children give you advice. It's like, if you were mad, push 1, boop, and they give you advice. Like, when I'm angry, I like to count to 10 and think the reasons to be happy. It's fucking great. So, yeah, the whole terms and conditions and the product descriptions is me fucking with people. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that. And since the WIP and, like, my token smart friends are the only people in Web3 who seem to get what it is that I do, I thought this would be appropriate. And frankly, Rizzle makes terrible decisions. So he was like, yo, you got to come read this. And I was like, I will come read it because this is what I do. I'm mad stupid. And this one right here, I'll say for right now, the tactical deployment Henley is my favorite. So I just wanted to say that, and please go read the things on my website. It's not live yet, so you can't buy anything, but so what? Go read it and laugh and enjoy yourself.
Yo, Kane, really appreciate you hopping on, man. I fired a bunch of questions at show to relay your way. We had a bunch of other questions for the audience. And yeah, man, I felt like if anyone will appreciate the absolute sheer stupidity and fucking with people, it would be our people right here. So yeah, man, appreciate you hopping on and giving it to us live. Dude, you did not mention a certain aspect of these things that had like a musical component. I don't want to spill the beans like too much, but I'll throw that your way, man. You wanna speak to that? You catching my drift here before we get to questions?
But the AI guy that pissed me off?
Oh, was that you were talking about overlaying some music on some of these descriptions?
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna read these. I'm recording myself reading these, and I'm putting smooth jazz underneath it. It's gonna be, some of them will be smooth jazz, and other ones will be like, you know, the 1950s technical difficulty music, like the Hawaiian ba 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 da, like the ukulele shit. I'm gonna have some of that underneath my buttery baritone as I read about how this fake rare hydrationing flask will allow you to defeat a circuit court judge in verbal combat because he does not own a sailboat, thus you cannot be guilty under maritime law.
Perfect, man. There's something fucking wrong with you.
A lot, probably. Yeah, no, it's a whole lot.
Dude. It actually pertains to one of my questions, but I'll throw the mic over to Show and I'll let him relay some of the questions that came in while you're talking, man.
Hey y'all, how's my audio?
Sound beautiful and handsome.
Awesome. Hey man, welcome back. I'm just gonna get right to the questions. Rizzo wanted to know what the fuck is wrong with you.
A lot. One of my very good friends, who's a tour DJ, said, I don't want to misquote him. He said, your Merchington descriptions are as hilarious as they are worrisome. You're having a manic episode. Another one of my friends said, it is though my personalities have split and fractured and are fighting with each other over who gets to use the keyboard. So yeah, it's a lot. I've been in the house a lot lately, so you know, this is par for the, yeah, and nothing I haven't shown you fine people before. You know, I once almost set my beard on fire, fucking with flash paper on live video. So I don't think that I'm gonna surprise you guys, but for like normal civilians, yeah, this is fucking nuts.
That's awesome. We have a question from Paradox. He would like to know, what's your process for writing these?
It takes about 10 to 20 minutes depending on how much I'm laughing. So it's fast. The last sentence writes the next sentence. So once I sit down and I look at it and I start off with a ridiculous premise like the title, like the artistic Baroque, because broke sounds like poor. So the backpack rapper is a fucking El Puro, which I am. So I put, you know, that, and then I go, yeah, it's fucking European. You're going to be around a bunch of art gallery people. And then I just start doing the art gallery thing and talking about how those Chelsea types really love marching powder.
That's cool. We have a question from Dragonade. He would like to know, why are there no butt plugs for sale?
Well, because we give them away. First of all, we don't think that you should sell love. You know, you can rent it or lease it with the option to buy, but we prefer to give our butt plugs for free. And honestly, as a Canadian, we wouldn't even know what kind of centigrade measurements you guys use. We only measure things in American. Selling things that are inserted into your body while we play it pretty fast and loose with some of these descriptions, I don't know your measurement system, and I don't want to fracture anyone's butthole because you measure in, centigrade or Celsius, whatever you measure things in. Yeah, we only measure in American. So if the conversion doesn't work for your particular asshole ruler, I don't want you to get in trouble or have to go to whatever passes for some sort of a universal healthcare hospital. Because America.
That's great. Rizzo would like to know, do you think these descriptions will affect sales?
That's another good question. So California people, people who live in just the LA area in general, they're very unhappy. I've noticed this. And I've called my friends, obviously, to share these things with them because that's why I wrote them, because I'm fucking around. And they're like, yeah, this is like really good marketing, bro. Like, seriously, you should. And I'm like, shut up. Who fucking cares? There's three kinds of people who write this type of shit, right? You got people who really want to sell you something. Them people, hey, this backpack is guaranteed to give you spiritual enlightenment. They're fucking corny in their suits and they're dumb. And they stop at like 11 paragraphs before me. Because, you got to keep it brief, man. You want to keep people locked in and interested. Then you got the inappropriate version of the first guy. And he's like, yeah, this backpack's going to be like a Viagra. Whoa, tongue in cheek. Yeah. He also stops about 9 paragraphs before me. I will lose a sale to make a joke. I will piss someone off. I will scare you away with my terms and conditions before I will ever cease being funny for money. This is really more fun for me and my friends than it is about selling shit. And I do not, I personally, I would rather someone says, hey man, I don't like that you said Chelsea types love marching powder. And I'll say, cool, buy another product. They'll say, well, I don't like that you would say something like that. Oh, well then cool. Suck a dick. Because I'm not gonna not say it. I said I use slave cotton. You understand how far I'll go to the end? I said slave cotton and then said you should buy it to keep racists from owning it. Because I don't fucking care. I'm nuts. So yeah, for people who want to buy stuff, cool. But ultimately, right now, you can't buy stuff. And I'm advising you all to go read it for free.
That's awesome. We have a question from Rizzle. He would like to know, what % of people do you think will take the time to read these that look at your site?
2%. At max. I'm talking. See, it's not even the fact that people don't. I mean, the people who know me, know me, they'll go, this is too down the middle, something's wrong. Because if it's too hey, come get a shirt, the shirt's made with high quality grade cotton, it doesn't fucking sound like me. So yeah, the people who know me are looking for the joke. People who don't know me, and this is why I have to put my voice on there, a lot of people, even ones who love me, they ain't reading all that. Words with no pictures, it's going to make them sleepy. So I have to read it with smooth jazz just so they don't have to do the work of reading because we live in the beginning stages of idiocracy. However, normal people, because this is where this becomes an actual problem. If you know me, it's impossible to read this and not hear my voice. So you'll read it in your head in my voice. The same as if you wrote it, Show. You have a very distinct voice and personality. I'm going to read it shouting in your voice. That's how you write. I'm going to read you shouting. But if you don't know me, you read this in your head voice, which can be fucking bananas. So I literally, because then it sounds mad serious, which is, I don't know how you could, I said to put it in your prison wallet. I told them to put your carry-on items into your asshole like Wes Watson, who's a prison influencer. That's not, the things I say on here are mad crazy. So I would personally like for people to just listen to it, but will most people read a super long thing for no apparent reason? Fuck no. Absolutely not. It's reading. If people read more, we wouldn't be in this condition, but we are. Just to stop and do a thing, I have a backpack that I'm selling, and I say, don't put shoes and underwear in this bag unless you kicked ass in the shoes and the drawers are a sexual conquest trophy. This bag is for everybody. So if you're a handsome woman and you poached some young fuckboy and made him buy you dinner and eat your butt in a taxi cab, snatch his briefs off the floor at the end of your tryst and stuff them in the front pocket of your book bag while you make eye contact with him and call him a PYT. That's how you defeat the patriarchy. Everybody else too. We love everybody. So if you're a they, them, flim flam, swamp fae, bird person, or whatever you call people who put condoms on octopus tentacles and microdose sleeping pills, you're good with us as soon as your card goes through. For someone who wasn't going to buy the bag, that might get them a little closer. Especially if they're a bird person like Rizzle.
That's incredible. We have a question from Rizzle. He would like to know, how long do each of these take to write?
10 minutes. Sometimes 20 if I'm laughing. Like the longest one, total, if you like from when I start writing to when you hear it or read it on the site, I'd say everyone's probably, with all the time included, about a half hour. But that's also me going back and like, because I have terrible, like I can't spell. And I type in a weird, like, me shorthand, like how I write rhymes. So if you, like, total, about 30 minutes. That's with me, like, I write the whole thing in like 10, 15 minutes, and then the rest of the time is just me fixing the infinite typos and non-punctuation.
That's cool. We have a question from Dragonade. He would like to know, does the Henley cause visible erections?
The Henley does cause visible arousal in women. So if you read the Henley description, it will say that the back pattern, it makes the kind of women who smoke Marlboro Reds indoors tell you that you remind them of some figure from their childhood and tell you how much they love a patriot. And they're going to toss that coos at you overhead. And I also do advise that if a woman wears the shirt, it will also make women want to sleep with them as well. It's a universal arousal tool, but specifically for people without penises.
That's great. Lastly, we have a question from Rizzle. He would like to know, how does writing something like this compare to your process of writing music?
This is way fucking more fun. This is infinitely more fun. Fuck rap. I'll write this forever. I'll never rap again. If there was a way that I could make money for being this is the shit that got me kicked out of class. So if I can make money doing this, I will spend that money on every living teacher that was in my high school, taunting them for the rest of their life. I will follow them to the store and heckle as they pick a more affordable version of mustard as I buy the fancy one. I'm going to just buy the fancier version of every fucking condiment in front of them. Like, you went for the discount ketchup with a coupon. Look at this. I got the fucking one from Trader Joe, and just show it to them because, the principal's office was mad oppressive. You go down there and them fuckers don't get my humor. Why did you say that someone should suck a, what'd you say here? I didn't tell him to suck my dick, ma'am. You said this, what'd you say? I told him he should draw succulently upon the girthiest portion of my root chakra, which is scientific speak. It was science class, and then I get in school suspension. I really wish I wasn't like this for real. I wish this was an act.
Yo, this is why I knew it would resonate, man. This is a whole bunch of people here who are all trying to forge a way forward, doing things that are incredibly stupid. So speaking of which, we're going to do a really stupid game, man, with Babachi featuring the Kane traits and everything. So appreciate you hopping on, giving us the deep dive, man, and fielding all the questions. This is the part where we do our stupid thing. So I need everybody, I just dropped the link in the general channel. I need everybody to hop in world, and it should pop you right in front of all these Babachis with the Kane trait. You can hop on the Kane trait. So I need everyone to get next to me at the first one here. Like, we'll call this the starting line. There's a whole bunch, there's like 3 frogs. All right, yep, I see Valiant coming down and everything. And while I'm rambling here, if Dragonade, if you wouldn't mind pulling up some Babachi music or some like some racing music or something like that, I think like maybe 5 minutes top. how it goes. So, all right, everyone at the starting line, I'm gonna throw a curveball at you because you're not just gonna be able to like cheat and platform hop. I turned flying off and everything. So, got Ballistic Man, got a little bit of music queued up. Anyone else coming? All right, we got Foxy coming. Get over here, and I'm gonna give you some instructions. When people lose. So the idea is
You're cutting out a little bit, Rizzo.
Oh shit! Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Music's too loud. All right. So you're gonna have to hop on the platforms and get to the top with the rat with the flag. The platforms will lead you there, but you're gonna have to carry one of the Kane Mayfield babachis up there with you, and those are located in some of the garages. So you're gonna have to go grab one of those and hop onto the platform at the top of the rat flag. 1, 2, 3, go. So grab the Kane Babachi in one of the garages and bring it back to the platforms and hop to the top of the rat. If you're too confused and you can't figure it out, you lose. So go find the garage, go find the Babachi, grab it, bring it, hop it to the top of the thing, and we'll hook you up with something. I'm still sitting on a shitload of stuff that Stella Cat gave us from the Drifters Project. Bully Meow and I Am Judas put up some Mueller Beats prizes. So go find those Kane Babachis in the garages. Bring it to the top of the rat. I don't even care how you get there. We turned flying off, so it might be a mess. So, and if Dragonate can cue the music, we'll give people like 5 minutes or so and see how this thing goes. We're supposed to go to the top of Rat Mountain, but it might be physically impossible. We keep trying, that's part of it. Yo, if you found Babachi and climbed to the top of one of the platform that got closest to the mountain and you've been falling through the mountain, that's fine. Take a screenshot of yourself with Kane's Babachi, drop it here in Discord so we know who got up there. I took some screenshots and got most people. I knew the collision in the mountain was like all messed up. I tried it earlier and fell through it a bunch of times and was like pretty sure it was impossible. But I was like, I don't know, maybe Dragonade or someone can figure it out. But it turns out everyone just fell through it. so anyway, hang on to your babachis, and we're going to take a group shot. Make sure everyone signs the guest book. And if you've been signing the guest book and you've been coming to the WIP, make sure you're checking your wallets. We've been sending you a whole bunch of shit, and we're going to continue to do that. So Paradox is saying type /stage into the chat box in Hyperfy, and you can get to the place where we'll take a group shot. And we will kick that thing off. So yeah, type /stage into the chat box in Hyperfy. If you're not in Hyperfy, hang on, I got like too many things going in too many places. If you're not in Hyperfy, hop in there now while Paradox's theme song is going, type /stage, and we're gonna do the thing. So Dragonade, if you don't mind cue the music, we'll drop the link, we'll get over there.
Looking for a tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses in line and smile for the fucking camera. No one cares about Matthew and Rizzle, that's for sure. It's about me, Paradox. I'm taking over the show.
Alrighty. So if you type /stage, that's just to get out of the mountain if you are stuck. So what we're doing, if you look in the chat, you can see where we're doing the photo. It's basically on top of the Babachis, on top of the Kane disc logos. So everyone come back to where we were playing the game, climb up and find somewhere to stand. If you look in the chat, you'll see the kind of rough framing I'm using. So all along the same line, please. So let's give everyone a second. Right, I'm just going to go fly and see who's left. We've got a cool Bully Mouse is coming in. Come on, Rizzle. Just the Rizzle left, I think. Oh dear. Are people not able to get up?
I'm stuck. Give me 1 sec.
Okay, cool. Bully Mouse has got it. Excellent. Rizzle's coming in. Good. Okay. Patrice here, jump on the back area, same as everybody else. There we go. Let's get our framing. We'll keep this real simple. Spread out a little bit. Gonna leave Fabiano by himself. Nice. Cool. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, where's Fabiano gone? Nice. Alrighty. I reckon that'll do. Not an amazing one because we can't see anyone's faces because of the babachis, but oh well, it's all good. I'm gonna take one more picture, but I reckon that's it. Yeah, cool. Alright, until next week, Paradox out. Cheers, guys.
No, yo, thank you, Paradox. This is so good from start to finish. Kane is up here reading descriptions for his website that's not live. The mountain, the collision wasn't working properly on purpose, so we weren't able to complete the thing. We had minting problems with today's gift for everybody that we're still trying to sort out, and we can take credit for that because we break everything. But we're good for the stuff. So make sure you sign the guest book one more time. Thanks for coming out today. Next week, we'll be back with Z Creative, who's, if you're not familiar with Z Creative, they've been out here for a long time doing some pretty awesome shit in the Metaverse Web3 space as well. So, yes, thank you for correcting me. The site is live, but you can't buy anything, so you just got to read Kane's stream of consciousness until you can listen to it for yourself over some smooth jazz. So, thanks everyone for coming out today. Shout out Kane for hanging out and reading all the shit for us. And come back next week. We're going to do some awesome stuff. So stick around for the afties with show and see you guys next week.
Wait, is this thing on? Yeah!
It's time for the
Let's go!
How's my audio, y'all? My 2x2, 5x5. What's going on?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. With fam, it's been like really hot in New York City and muggy and oddly rainy at the wrong times, and it's like annoying. you know, I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying, I'm just giving you a little heads up of what the overall vibe is. And also, there's been a lot of construction where I live, and just unnecessary noise just coming from all kinds of random places. One day I'll explain it to you all. There's a really intense story surrounding that. I gave Rizzle the heads up about it a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, I have a fun little thing that all of you aren't privy to. One day I'll tell this epic story. But aside from that, I have another one though. Click on me in the voice channel. I'm sharing my screen. Normally I share things that I want to discuss with you because frankly, that's what this is all about. The Afties has always been about your thoughts and opinions. And my opinions tend to be my opinions and mine alone. Sometimes they get me through the door. Sometimes they connect me with people. And sometimes they ostracize me or scare people out of the voice channel, like that person who just left did. Shout out to them. I love them. I don't know who it was, but shout out to you. Being palatable for everyone's palate is difficult. I was gonna write something on Forecaster about like unintentionally offending people, in life. I feel like you can't go through life not offending anyone. It's weird. Like you can't. It's like impossible. I mean, like intentionally trying to like not offend. And the people who go through life that say, fuck it, I'm just going to offend everyone on the opposite spectrum. You're just like, I'm just going to blanket offend everyone. I guess they get what they want in life, but they also, it's like, it's still hyper violent, whatever. Anyway, I was going to write a forecaster thing. No one even looks at my forecaster, but I have another little experiment I might do, depending, because shout out to everyone who participated in last week's experiment. You were all tipped out. I may do another one depending upon how I feel at the end of this. Anyway, before the intro, let me just give you a little quick, like a legit quick story. So, some of you know that on Mondays, I always go to my local pub to reset myself at the start of the week, reset my mind. It's not about being an alcoholic. It's more about just having, like a headquarters outside of your headquarters to really just like reorient yourself. So I go to like my local bar and I really just chill. And but before I go head out to like a little party spot. And you're like, dude, on a Monday, I'm like, yo, this is New York City, and yo, this is me. If you know me, oh yeah. So Paradox, just a little heads up. When it comes to me, I mean, you already know I brought you to one of the most fire fucking rooftops in the city years ago, but there's more like that. So there's a little rule here where at some point you don't really want to bring people to places with you because you're like responsible for them. It's like and if they're not really social people, you wind up babysitting. So you kind of have to like educate the people who are like within your friend group who you're bringing. So it's better to have them meet you there, or you go totally by yourself to a place where you know everyone. So that's the secret. That's a little secret between me and y'all. Like, if you want to establish larger social groups and things like that, you want to go to places where you know people, and then better yet, or you go and like you meet people that keep seeing your face, and then like your circle gets larger to where now you establish yourself in certain places, and then when they're interconnected, it gets really fun for you. I wish crypto was the same way. I mean, or like it's odd because on Forecaster, people say the most random shit and they get so much engagement. And I'm like, these people don't feel like real people, or like they have their little friend group, but they make it seem so like big. Anyway, HF, I don't know, man, because frankly speaking, I've been liquidated out of my ETH, and that's why I need to go to my local pub and reorient myself and make sure that I'm not jumping off a fucking cliff. So that's back to the story. So I go on Monday, and I see my favorite bartender. That's my homie. Shout out to him. I literally onboarded him this Monday into Farcaster. So shout out to that. He was doing the boomer stonks for a while, and I was just like, all right, man, look, this is have you ever heard of this? On this you can most likely get some crypto because people just be giving you shit. So obviously, and we got one of the best givers of shit in the room with us, you know, and his product is obviously the shit of all shits right now. Shout out to Tippin. And obviously this is Big Tippin Thursdays, which the word flywheel has been a colloquial term that's been used by a lot of people now on Farcaster, and I blame Matthew for that, by the way. Rizzle, you know, it's crazy. I don't think he created the account yet, but I think he will soon. He did get the app. But you're right, though. It's like these brand new accounts, they just get like insane attention, like weird, and they say little things. It is weird. It is. I feel like I get it on X, and I get it on Farcaster, where I'm just like, dude, oh man, if I wasn't myself and I'd already go through this shitter, this would really fuck with your mental health, you know. Anyway, let me just go back to the story because I don't want to hear all this shit. Y'all want me to get to the shits. So anyway, so I'm at my pub, I'm chilling, I'm, you know, doing my thing, drinking my drinks, just chilling, vibing. And after a couple of hours, one of the regulars I always see, she pops in and she's like screaming and yelling. And like everybody's shooting the shit, like she's harassing the bartender. It's a cool little vibe. So everybody is hanging out, and then I get up to use the bathroom, and like I'm sitting in a corner seat where like it's like when I sit like everybody kind of knows I don't really want people around me, and if I do, it depends. Sometimes I just have to eat it. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. I don't like people around me because they're too close, so like they'll bump into you, or they're just like it's just whatever. So I get up. There's a lot of space at the bar. Like a lot. And then so I'm not thinking no one's gonna fucking come take my seat or even sit next to me, or the regular who's sitting, she's sitting a chair away, but it's like close, pardon me for bourbon. But like there's like a chair next to me and another chair and then the next customer. So then when I come on my left, pardon me. So then when I come back from the bathroom and I'm thinking no one is gonna fucking pop in. I run to the bathroom for like 2 seconds and then come back. And then there's this kid sitting in the chair next to my chair. And then like I was like, man, what the fuck? So then immediately like I look at the regular who knows me, and I look at my bartender, and they both just give me a look, and I'm like, I got you. So I'm just sitting there. Immediately I'm just like, oh fuck, man. So this kid is dressed like he's summer finance internship. And then with slick back hair and all this shit, and like I'm just like, all right, you know. And then I ignore him for a while, and then he does the unthinkable, and I just feel like the universe does this all the time. He like after a little bit, he looks at me, and he's like, so what's your story? And I'm just like, dude, I want you to get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck, like I'm here to reset like my brain. Like, just get the fuck away from me, right? And then, but this kid, I was immediately, I'm just like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little aggressive, only because I was like irritated. So I was like, what's yours, man? And he's like, what? And I'm like, what's your story? I don't know. What the fuck is your story? So then he's like, oh, well, you know, I was just asking, man. You know, I'm here on internship, in finance. And I was like, my guess was correct. So then I was like, oh, okay. And then immediately, like my brain starts worrying because I know, like, I'm like, wait a minute, man. It's a Monday. You're at a bar during internship for a financial firm in New York City, and like you don't look red-faced, frazzled, or nothing. So I was like, no, hold on, man. Something's not right. So I was like, wait, so who are you with? And then he was 20 years old. He told me that and since he's 20 and he doesn't know shit, he just started getting all cagey and like deflective and like cocksure. And I'm like, dude, just tell me who the fuck are you with? And he was like, oh well, I'm in a private hedge firm. And yeah, we do this, and this, and then he wanted to test me, so he started throwing out words. Obviously, I know, and I was just like, and I just cut him off. I'm just like, dude, like, why the fuck are you here? Like, are you okay? Like, are you sane right now? You are through internship week in fucking New York City, right? I mean, not week, like the 2 months, whatever you're doing, right? Who are you with? Are you with Goldman? Are you with, like, who are you with? And he's like, no, it's private, man. You know, like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little ashamed to admit I'm a Nepo baby. His words, not mine. And this whole time I'm just like, man, what the fuck is the universe doing right now? Like, what is, like, and then so then I got a little passionate, man. I'm a couple of drinks in, and the young lady who's a regular that knows me, she was watching, and then I'm just like, look, man, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if you're going through hell right now, if you're like, you know, some form of fog of delusion, but like, look, man, I'm in your space, okay? I'm literally in your space. I know what you're doing. I know where you're at. I've been in your space for years, right? And I understand. Like clearly we're like, all this shit is finance. We are on the fringes, but we also know this shit too. Like, we know their shit in and out. Just because you wear a suit and like you abide by rules doesn't make you like that you're not on the same level. Yeah, he did. I swear, Paradox, his words. That's why I was just sitting there like, man, what the fuck is going on? So anyway, this kid is like, hey, do you want a Michelob? And I was like, Michelob? I was like, kid, are you are you okay? Like, you with a straight face, you offer someone a fucking Michelob Ultra? A fucking Michelob Ultra? Like, are you alright? Like, yo, this internship week, like, are they like, are they harassed? Are they fucking, like, are you going through shit right now? I was like, what kind of insane shit? Are you in a fog or some kind of what the fuck right now? So anyway, I started to get passionate. I was like, look, man, if this is a cry for help, if you need help, like, clearly you're not receptive, or you're not understanding what I'm telling you that right now. You need to be, it's wartime. You should not be here. Like, your every waking moment should be you hustling to stand out. Like, what qualities do you have that make you stand out? That was when he told me he was a Nepo baby and that he got it. Like, that was when I asked him, I was like, look, what qualities do you have that make you stand out from the crowd? Because you are competing. And he was just too casual and chill. And then that's, I guess, because, like, he's like, yeah, I went to a big school, and I, like, you know, I'm a legacy. And I was just like, oh, you're just, in your mind, you're coasting, like, you got it. And, like, yeah, and, like, I was just like, oh my God. Like, look, man, you don't know what you're saying. If you need help in the future, right, I'm down to help you in the future. Right now, I don't know what the fuck is going on. So then my friend was like, sure, you're not in this space. And then it's a big, but she doesn't know what I do. But the bartender knew, and he was just like he just gave me looks, and like, why he's servicing all these other people. Shout out to him, yo, that's my fucking man. Like, he can fucking, like, he's handling like 8 tables and the bar all by himself. So he has convos. He has convos with me while doing all this shit, multitasking. But he already knew. He was just like, whatever. But she's busting my balls because that's how she is. But she's dope. But she doesn't actually know that like this at all, or like the levels of how deep we all go into all this. So she was just saying that she was like, leave that kid alone. Like he's not in your. It's like, and he was like, well, what do you do, man? What do you do? I was like, look, man, I'm not gonna tell you because you're already not receptive. You won't even fucking get it or even respect the fact that I will run circles around you, and I'm trying to help you run circles around other people. Long story short. My friend was like, what was she was like, hey, look, he's just a little passionate, like, he's just like this, he's been drinking,
So I was like, oh shit, someone's apologizing, and I was not embarrassing or hyper passionate. This is my local. It's not even that crazy. I wasn't. I was just intense because he's sitting right next to me. He's annoying the shit out of me, and then he's talking about all this shit, and he's not receptive. So I was like, fuck this, right? So I was like, kid, whatever, man. You know, wait. I was like, hey, man, am I getting a little too crazy? All right, fuck it. Let me just ignore you. Let me whatever. Fuck it. So then I started having conversation with her while she's getting intense and crazy. So anyway, I say all that to say, like, after a while, I ignored the kid and his Michelob fucking ultra piece of shit beer. Who the fuck drinks that shit? What kind of drinker are you? And then after a while, he after being ignored, he feels weird. So then, like, he tries to stand up on his stool and talk to the bartender, and then he pays his tab, and then my friend says, oh, good luck with your internship, and on the way out, the guy just looks at her and gives her like a weird smirk, and she's like, oh my god, what was that look? What the fuck was that look? It was like, what? Like, I was just trying to, it was just to see. My whole point is this: I don't know why these types of things, these engagements occur. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand people. My whole point, the whole point of the Athletes is me trying to understand. I'm asking questions. I don't understand these engagements at all. Ever. So when I say, like, hey, in terms of offending people inadvertently, you can't go through life without offending people. Because they will literally just pop up in your fucking sphere of whatever the fuck. I wish, Paradox, but then there's some kind of legality. But also, I don't want people, I don't, that's a little invasive. But, I mean, if I did, I would make a movie because you'd be like, dude, like, you live vicariously through me with all the partying and whatever, which would be kind of cool if you ever experienced that. But nah, this isn't that. This is just like, I didn't ask for you to be in my sphere of influence. And then there's some other random dude popped up, and like, that's whatever. But the point is this, man. Welcome to the Afties. I'm your host, Show. You already know. If you don't know, you will know by the end of this thing, this long tirade, this fucking spiel that I fucking gave you. If you sat through all that, this is the whole point of this. If you stuck this out, if you're still listening, yo, shout out to you, man. I know. Look, this is consistent shit that happens every week. Believe it or not, when you talk to heads of this or leaders of this, CEOs of this, owners of products of this, and you try to explain to them, like, hey, you've been associated with this thing that's had a consistent attendance record concurrently, simultaneously, whatever the fuck the word is, week in and week out on the same day every week, 52 weeks. And then another 52 weeks, and another 52 weeks, then another 52 weeks. When you've had projects come through these doors all the time and talk about their thing, they don't believe you. They don't believe you if you don't have 10K followers, if the people that they worship don't follow you, but yet you have the people who are worshipped by all who follow you. It's a very disjointed, disconnected thing. Same thing with Farcaster, where it's like your favorite rapper's favorite rapper knows you, fucks with you, will DM you and say, hey, yo, how you doing? But the people, the tier below that, don't even know you or it. It feels like you're a boomer and you're trying to talk. I just heard about this new shit. It's not even Gen Alpha anymore. It's Gen Beta. So now they're making up gens, and it's not even 10-year different. It's not decade spans. Now they're doing it in threes. No, some shit. I don't know. But it feels like you're trying to connect 4 generations after you on a Farcaster, on the base app, or whatever. And I'm like, dude, I'm here. I've been here the whole time. That being said, right, in terms of favorite rapper, whatever, actually, last week I spoke to an associate of mine who comes to this bar, who's a regular at this pub too, who has a very prominent position at a very big gaming company, right? But that's not the reason for my friendship with me, like, fucking with him. He was just a cool ass dude, and like the conversations are always dope. Shout out to him too. I was like, when I talked to him about crypto and I talk about people, I literally showed him Pranksy, and I told him about Pranksy being one of the because I forgot he had a question about like trading and like things like that. So I was like, man, this is like the goat of all goats. And it's funny that he said this because but he brought it up because speaking of trading, Pranksy wrote this the other day, and I was like, dude, I feel you, man. He was like, hey, I feel like, what I mean by this is click on me and like I'm sharing my screen. I'm sharing a tweet from Pranksy. Pranksy said, I feel like unless C as in OpenSea, as in the C token, the C token brings every single historical degen generational wealth, it will be labeled a failure, which is beyond insane. Now, coming from Pranksy, having this sober sentiment about this particular airdrop, which you know is important, not because of wealth, but it is important for a number of reasons because we know that it will break stagnation. It will charge up some things if done properly. This is the biggest trader on this platform is saying, you know, if we're expecting a return on our investment, then unfortunately we can't be delusional about this. So we got to be a little sober and real. It's going to be insane if you expect it to give you anything. You're failing just by thinking that you're going to get something. And it's sad because it's true. It's sad because of the way that these people carry it themselves. Like we brought you out of mediocrity. Literally, we brought you out of mediocrity. When I tell you what OpenSea looked like January of 2020, like as a product, do you want to know what their leaderboard looked like? Some of the most like you thought the 10K PFP shit was like 5-year-old crayon doodles. Like you want to talk about like what devs using crayon doodles as their products? Do you want to know what that shit and then people were using it? Dude, so like it's real. And then he says, as the #1 historical volume maker, I hope to do well. However, I've been burnt so many times. I'm not relying on this to be the case. And neither should you. That's real, man. That's real. This is one of the biggest degens in the history of this shit. Telling you like that he's been burnt so many times that the risk, like the level of risk aversion in terms of this is high, right? He's like, dude, I don't even want to engage. What kind of company are you? To where it's like you think like people are gonna believe it still. Are gonna believe. There's so many nuance, context, whatever, to the point where I was like, they have a creative director job open. And I was like, I just want to talk to Devin and Adam. I just want to talk to you. I want to know what's going on. I don't want to be sworn to secrecy. I just want to talk. But anyway, lastly, Pranksy said, you can't involve a token in building for the long term unless you actually have a plan for it. Good point. It's like, but there's so many great things you could do with OpenSea. Clearly, if OpenSea drops a token, it's a tax bill on them. It's a tax bill. Maybe they're worried about that. That they're paying taxes, that they were the big holders, they're paying taxes, short-term tax, and plus they're responsible for any trading. But you should have enough money to offset that. And don't you have any government ties to offset that too? I mean, you're OpenSea now. The majority of NFT-led projects that launch a token have nothing else left and die a slow, sad death. But you have this product, OpenSea, you know, like a marketplace that people bought into, that people utilize. Hell, you're using it now. You're incentivizing people by giving them points, just by trading tokens on your platform for rewards, by buying NFTs and then buying an associated token, by swapping on your platform, by holding for X amount of time. Those are tax bills too, if I'm not mistaken. So what's the fear? You should be able to utilize it. I mean, you're using points as incentive. Wouldn't you use the C token? That's just basic tokenomics. You would use that token in a loop in order to incentivize people to utilize your platform. That's such a basic fucking thing. There's more advanced levels. There's more advanced flywheel shit that you could come up with. God damn it, man. God, if only people saw the wisdom and value in yours truly, maybe their platform would go forward. sometimes people with 100K followers for their product and project, and they're like, hey, we do this or whatever, they're blowing smoke up your ass. While there's others who are hyper passionate, who have the ability, who back up the passion and intensity, who will get you over the line. Sometimes people aren't just using words. People aren't speaking hyperbole or nuance. People really mean what the fuck they say. And if they want to take the time to build up your product, you should probably believe them. You should probably believe that this individual has the ability, whatever red flags you're seeing that come from Web 2, whatever, Web 2 solutions are going to get your Web 3 product over the line in Web 3. Whatever, man. Check this out. Web 2 thinking. Look at the screen I'm sharing. And I'm conscious of the time, yo. Shout out to that. I know I went a little far. Shout out to Rizzle's notification. I didn't mean to click on that. If you saw any porn, my bad. Twitter, Chudai, Wata. Right? Don't click on Chudai or Wata. Trust me, you're gonna see all kinds of. Oh man, maybe that's your thing. I don't know. Maybe your Web 2 solution is looking at that and then hoping that your product or platform or whatever succeeds instead of listening to what I'm trying to tell you in terms of solutions, right? Maybe I don't know. Oh my god! Exactly my fucking point. That being said, speaking of oh my god, you know what else made me say oh my god? Look at this right here. Look at these two motherfuckers, right? President Trump says that Jerome Powell is too stupid and too political to be the Federal Reserve chairman. If you're wondering what this has to do with you or the WIP or the platform, you would know that I've been talking about Jerome Powell, the Treasury. I've been talking about all kinds of political shit involving crypto. Hey, finance little young Padawan who's drinking Michelob, who's a fucking self-admitted Nepo baby wearing a fucking white collar shirt and some tight ass fucking pants in 94-degree weather at a fucking local bar, who stumbles in and sits uncomfortably close to people. Jerome Powell admitted every single month of this year, except for one, he skipped a month, which was fucking brutal, and said, unemployment is down, trading is whatever, but tariffs are scary, so, we're just not going to do anything. We're just not going to do anything. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to market make. We're not going to strengthen the dollar. We're just not going to do anything. And we're just going to coast. We're just going to coast. The tariff deals were extended, by the way, with China and some other entities and resolved with some others. With China, an extended 90 days. With some other countries like the Philippines, the tariffs were lowered but equalized in some measure at some point, or in favor of the United States, also with India too. My point being is that all that tariff scare shit, we're after that. Like, it's past that. So the strength of the dollar is weak at the moment. Don't let them lie to you. It's weak in July going to August quarter 3, quarter 2. It's been fucking terrible. It has been bad. In Web 2, if you're just coasting, you ever heard of quiet quitting? That's where, like, you decide, like, I'm not gonna do more than what is asked of me. Not even in like what my responsibilities are. I've realized what the responsibilities were, and I've realized that I don't have to do all the responsibilities. I could just do enough. I have quiet quit Web 2 jobs as a lifestyle. You know why? Because when you go over the fucking line, when you give your passion, when you say, hey, I like this and I want to do this, the manager or even the CEO has their head so fucking far up their ass, they don't believe you. They're looking at you for other body tells, like, are you telling the truth? Are you stealing hours? Like, did you proofread this? I don't think you proofread well, so I just don't believe like I think you're okay. I need a body in that seat, but you know we can do better. Like like my friend's cousin can do what the fuck you do too, man. Like I don't really need you, you know. Like I don't realize that you're holding up my entire night shift all by yourself. I'm speaking specifically about a particular startup that I used to work at, that fucking balloon, and I was an integral part of this app, this crime-solving app that can suck my fucking dick. Right, like this is just one of many. When I talk about quiet quitting, right, talking shit and slack behind my back. Okay, so I will quiet quit in order to get this paycheck to keep a fucking roof over my head, motherfucker. Right? This is years ago. This is a century ago. Web 2, right? Web 2 shenanigans when you're in a meeting and you're speaking sense, but yeah, people wanna aggro you, they wanna mog you, like regardless of the gender, they wanna mog you, they wanna change all the rules just so they can keep you off your footing. It's the same thing as this shit. Jerome Powell, you wanna change rules to keep people, like you don't want optics to seem like you capitulated. You don't want to seem like you capitulated to Donald Trump or be his lackey. Just because, and then you wonder why he's cursing you out and talking shit, giving you blank pieces of paper and doing things. You're like, this building wasn't like you did it first. You know, another Web 2 thing, going along to get along in order to keep the paycheck going. He's not even going along to get along. This is open PC warfare. This is what they fucking do. And then, but you're worried about a Web3 expert who has to qualify himself? I have to qualify things. I have to qualify skill set and ability. It's like, again, this is it's my whole lot in life is me having to over-explain and qualify myself to people who look at me, who make instant judgments and assumptions, having to prove to them with my voice, having to prove to them with my ability that I am beyond them, beyond skilled, beyond. I don't need this. I don't want this thing. This thing is a necessary stepping stone in order to get to where I need to get to over and over and over again. But yet I have to qualify myself to you and cross my fingers and hope that 13% of wherever the fuck I'm communicating is palatable. That tingles your palate. While the other I said 13%, 87% is fucking off-putting. While Jerome Powell could be a nepo baby and coast in the biggest fucking seat, you don't have. You make, obviously, the U.S. dollar transcending the jurisdiction. Your responsibility is to the U.S. dollar, but you know it's waning. Its use case. You should be behind strengthening it, behind crypto, understanding how to strengthen a centralized bank. You're not even doing things digitally for the centralized banking infrastructure because you don't want to fuck anything up. Let's say there were no tariffs. How much you want to bet this motherfucker would not have lowered interest rates still and found an excuse? You're coasting. The fuck? And then you get hired for this. What the fuck qualifies anyone for these fucking seats? But yet I have to qualify myself and explain to you and tell you in plain terms how to. Moving on. Yeah, and but my mic didn't cut off. I cut myself off. I was about to say something. So that anytime I'm like, and then I just go like that, and I'm like, and that's intentional. That's intentional. Okay, just because oh god, look, JP Morgan partnered with Coinbase. Oh, Jerome Powell. Do you know that the head of all centralized banking isn't you, sir? You know who you answer to? You answer to Jamie Dimon. The centralized banking union, whatever the fuck it's called. Jamie Dimon is the head of that. This is globally. This means all centralized banks in the world. Jamie Dimon is at the top of all centralized banks because all these banks fall under it. This is a committee. And he's like, yes, no, maybe so. Oh, he's partnering with Coinbase. I mean, we saw this coming a long time ago. We knew that Coinbase was hip pocketed with somebody. Now Jamie Dimon's saying, oh, they want to make buying crypto easier, better than ever. And then he also says something else. That was some bullshit. Wait, is it here? Jamie Dimon literally says that he's a believer in stable coins and blockchains. You know why? Because now banks are clamoring at the ability to create their own stable coins so people can use banks. Get this. I don't have the article. Here's a little heads up, y'all, for anyone still fucking listening. Banks, they all of them a few days ago said, hey, we want to allow you to open up crypto credit cards. You can pay for crypto with your credit card. Immediately, do you know what happened to me? I voided my body. All liquid left my body. Do you want to know why? Because my biggest fear, well, not my biggest, one of them, as a crypto user, is being indebted to a centralized bank for credit in regards to crypto. That is like NFA DYOR. One of the stupidest fucking things you can do is buying a figurative number with a centralized bank and having it represented in crypto, which could unfortunately crash the next day, and you can't do anything actionable with the crypto that just was a victim of volatility. Not only do you use the crypto, you're not able to use it to do whatever fuck you're trying to do to use the credit that you got it for, or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? So now you just fucking in debt. You basically you were asking to be indebted to a centralized bank, and you got nothing in return. Do you know how fucking insane that is? You know what else that sounds like? Student loans. You go to school for a degree, you think it's useful, they promise you a gig when coming out of school, you didn't get the gig. That's volatility. Why? Because millions of other people promise the same thing, and then there's not enough jobs, because guess what? Web 2 companies want you to qualify yourself, and then they don't believe you. They don't believe what you say. Kids, don't, this NFA DYOR, but listen, man, taking out a loan, to me, that's a loan. But that's a bad loan. That's like man, you buy that crypto with a credit card. Not a debit card, not your money that's in your bank account, not your money in your checking and savings. This is figurative, fake something you have to pay back with real fiat. Oh, they want you to do that. And here's the kicker, right? You do that, and then suddenly Ethereum crashes because Ethereum fucking crashes. You lose that crypto, you owe them, and then guess what? They say, hey, you know what? You ever heard of interest? Crypto is so volatile. In order for us to hold you accountable, you have to pay back what was on your credit card with 75% interest. 75% of what you have to pay us back, and on top of it, 75% of what you use, you have to pay us that back. So not only are you in debt, you have to pay these motherfuckers a vig. A vig. This is loan shark shit. I'm aware of the time. Check this out. I'm aware of the time. This is one more thing I want to show you. Look at my screen if you're still here. Clearly, NFA DYO, that previous thing. Commitment. When you commit to things, commitment is real. I think that commitment speaks more to, consistency and commitment is more valuable than anything else I can think of. It's the backbone of sweat equity. It's the backbone
of any product, any organization that's real, that should be taken seriously. Ethereum celebrated its 10-year birthday yesterday, and it's 10, and that's great. So the Ethereum Foundation said, hey, you know what we want you to have? You can get a commemorative NFT that's oddly reminiscent of the Olympic torch. Yeah, you can have that. And I'm like, man, I believed in crypto for a very long time, and I've been a holder for a very long time. It's only this year, due to Jerome Powell's fucking shenanigans and piece of shit, and then the Ethereum price randomly shooting up, oddly right around the same time as Coinbase releasing their brand new product, that I've been liquidated. But I've been consistent, Ethereum and Ethereum Foundation. And you want to give me a fucking NFT? A commemorative birthday NFT? Fuck you. Fuck you. And, side note, the Ethereum Foundation was hiring a DeFi researcher. Why are they hiring for that role in 2025? You mean to tell me that none of you already have DeFi experience? You don't have someone already in-house? You mean to tell me that this is something that was created within your wheelhouse, but yet you have no one that understands it well enough? That's interesting. Sounds very Web 2 to me. How do you have your customer base, the people within your product, all the under your umbrella, who have built this thing, championed this thing? The founder of your fucking thing hated this thing, but yet it was the only thing propping up your thing, making you relevant, and yet you have no one in your Web 2 organization. No one knows how to do it. No wonder why Solana's kicking your ass, dude. No wonder. Ah, man. I was going to show this. The SEC launches Project Crypto so the U.S. can become the crypto capital. A lot of things were passed by the U.S. government. It's great. It's fun. It did nothing to the price of anything, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know where we're at. I'm more than open to having have Ethereum have some fucking competition that outpaces it, outprices it. It doesn't need to be number 2 anymore. I don't think Ethereum deserves to be number 2. I think that Ethereum's been coasting on its own, I don't know what the fuck, for a very long time now. Yeah, man, decentralized way of thinking. I don't believe in you because you didn't believe in us. No. You didn't believe in yourself. That's why 10 years ago, actually 9.5 years ago, you were hacked. Yeah. And then people were, I remember that shit. I didn't hold any at that time. I was working in the office for a casting director as an associate casting director. I told you, man, I can't qualify myself to people and explain how extensive my experience just in life is. It's a long resume with a lot of fucking things that all fall under entertainment, but yet I can't pitch it to you or explain myself to you because you think you know value when you look at people, but you don't. It's the same thing as that kid that walked in, and I'm passionate and I'm trying to protect them. Oddly enough, why am I protecting a stranger who's annoying me, whatever? I'm trying to explain to them, hey, you need to be on your shit. But they're cocksure and smug. It's the same thing with a lot of companies. Cocksure smugness. Sometimes you don't know what you're looking at. Sometimes you don't know value until you desperately need it in the future. And I'll leave you with that, man. Thank you so much. Shout out to the entire leadership team at meme.com. Shout out to the WIP crew. I love each and every single one of you, WIP fam. I love you all, man. Fuck, man. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. That was a lot. All right, I'll see you later.
while I am should be. You want to go?
Happy sunshine, mashed potatoes. I want chicken, cheese. Fuck yes. Oh cheese, 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 This is awesome, 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 Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Pizza's good too. I like where this is going, yeah. Fuck yes, cheese. Kill the audio bombs with fire, with fire, with fire. Death to audio problems. Lactose intolerant people, I am so sorry. Give me that cheddar. Give me that cheddar. I got carried away. We all love a good token smart song. Cheddar, cheddar, blue cheese. Better we says cheese emoji. Random has cheese. Token smart with extra cheese. Death to audio. Death to audio problems. Death to audio. To audio problems. Cheddar is better. Won't go out for days. Cheese is life. Fuck yes. Oh, death to audio. Audio problems. Death to audio. To audio problems. Death to audio. A gift of cheddar cheese. Audio problem don't deserve to live. To emoji with the tongue sticking out. Emmentaler and Gruyere. That almost rhymes. Cheddar is money given now. Spend some of your cheddar on that, please. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Lots of gifts of cheesy things, all up in the Discord of Token Smart. Oh, lots of gifts of cheesy things. Cat with heart eyes, clap, clap, clap. Cheesesteak, cookies, hi, cheese is the best. Gifts of cats with cheese on their faces, death, death, death. The only thing we love more than cheese is gifts. The only thing is fondue. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death. Audio as a milk. Cheese is life. Audio problems. Cheese is dying. Oh yeah. Yay, the little kitten says LOL. And Elmo's on fire, and Ernie's got condoms on his ears. So fire, so fire. Death to audio, to audio, death to audio. LMAO, give me cheese, oh give me death to audio, death to audio. Vibe check. Vibe check. Death to high ping. I want some lemonade, make cheese great again. Condoms on the ears, that's what it looked like to me. Oh, death to audio problems, to audio, death to audio problems, to audio. I'm vibing, make cheese lemonade. When life gives you rotten cheese, you make cheese lemonade. So much cheese and some sriracha, some cheese and some sriracha. Me vibing big time when Rizzle coins. You make nachos, you make nachos. Love the song so dope, stuff that cheese in your face. Stuff that cheese in your face with jalapeno. With jalapeno. In your face, cheese whiz. Pickles, yes, cheese whiz. In your face, I said death to audio, to audio, oh death to audio, to audio, oh death to audio, to audio, next to audio, to audio, death to audio, audio, oh death to audio, yeah, that's it. Oh my lord. Whew. I have to turn on the fan.